Journey Together is going to be coming out end of March. The new Pokemon set. There's a lot of hype around it. And Battle Partners, the Japanese set, came out end of January, and it's very similar to this set. This is my take 2 of this video because I didn't have any audio for the first take. So, doing it again. Always fun. But we'll do a deep dive into it, just to the cards, what's kind of we're looking forward to with this Journey Together set, and the similarities to the Japanese one. Usually, if you're not familiar with it, it's usually 2 Japanese sets that come out, and the English set is kind of a combination of both, kind of put them together and make that into an English set for the most part. This one is basically just the Battle Partners set. And then Heatwave Arena is going to be part of the next set, Destined Rivals. So this set is a smaller set. You're not looking at, it's kind of like Stellar Crown, Obsidian Flames, where there's not going to be many as many secret illustration rares and illustration rares. So we'll look at those and we'll kind of go over that. So like any standard set, you have, so what's special about this set, if you're familiar with Battle Partners, we have the trainers now. So you have the trainers on the cards, some of the cards, not all of them. As you can see here, you have Hop, you have a couple of other ones as well, and you have obviously the regular illustration, your regular EXs still. You have part of your regular set, and you have the you have the trainer Zoroark here. Some regular EXs, another Clodsire because we need another one of those. There's like 5 of them for the Scarlet Valley era. Is it really that popular Pokemon? I know Wooper might be popular. I think, I don't know. I'm not fan, but hey, bring on more Clodsires, I guess. Mamoswine's a nice one. But yeah, this is kind of like the bulk of the set. You have the regular EXs commons, and you have the trainers added in on the right side of those cards there. So we have our illustration rares here, which are some of our chase cards in the set. There's only going to be 11, so it's a little bit lower than usual. Like I said, like Stellar Crown, Obsidian Flames, compared to like Paldea Evolved, Surging Sparks, they have a few more. Usually like 16 to 20 range. So it's going to be a smaller set, which means it's easier to get these cards because you usually get like three of these on average per box. So it's a lot easier to get these. So I don't think they're going to be as expensive as, you know, some of the other sets where it's harder to hit these, especially with the secret illustration rares. But there are some nice cards. So, I mean, there's a lot of hype with this, and there's obviously not enough to go around right now, which hopefully changes in the future. But you have some nice cards here. I think there's going to be a lot of ones that are sought after. I mean, the Articuno pops out to me, the Wailord, the Meowth. The Meowth, I think, is going to be a top one, too. You have the Pokemon Center, the Gen 1 Pokemon Center in the back there, Pokemon Red version. Brings me back to the 90s. You have the trainer, obviously, the trainer illustration rares that are going to be good. I think there's a lot of nice cards in this set. The Wooloo, Noibat. So that's what you're looking at for this. And like I said, Battle Partners essentially had all these. They cut a few of them, added one. I think the Meowth wasn't included in that, in the Battle Partners one. There was a Zorua that was cut out of the Journey Together one. I don't think we're getting that in the Journey Together, as well as the Reshiram, which is going to be a promo. So if you're wondering why you're not seeing that here, that's why. So that's that. And then you get onto the full arts, kind of the same deal. They added in the trainers and some of them for the background, which I think is a nice touch. And then you get to the special illustration rares here, which we have 6 of them. So 6 is not that many. Surging Sparks, I think, I don't know, Twilight Masquerade had 11, I believe. Surging Sparks, I think, had 11, 10, 11, 12. That's usually what we've been seeing with most of these sets. So there's only 6 of them, and this is confirmed for the Journey Together. And they're all they're all Pokemon, special illustration rares. And I mean, they're all nice. They're all really. I think they did a good job with. There's a reason why there's a lot of hype here with the trainers. You know, the Lily's Clefairy, the Zacian. I mean, you have just the Salamence, no trainer card, but the Salamence itself is, I mean, really popular one. I personally like the Clefairy the most. That's my favorite card. I guess the Salamence Zoroark would have to be a second. And then you have the golds. Obviously, you have the standard golds. Gold cards, 3 of them, which are nice. I know the golds aren't the most popular cards, even though they're the hardest technically to get. A lot of hype here as well with the concept of it in the arts themselves. A lot of hype with the trainer cards going back to Sun and Moon and in Gen 1 with the gym heroes and whatnot. So the next few sets are looking really hype. I don't think this is the strongest one that's going to come out, or the one that's the strongest of even this era. I think it's a good set, but obviously it's a smaller set. So like Stellar Crown, I don't think we're going to see prices like Pikachu or whatnot, just because they're easier to obtain. Hopefully they'll print more and they'll release more in the future to deal with all this hype, and we'll be able to get these as well. Because you usually get one per every 2 boxes for these Secret Illustration rares. So, it's not that hard to get these, to pull these cards, to be honest. Just a matter of how badly everyone wants them. But I'll be the first one to go after this Clefairy. I usually have an unpopular opinion when it comes to the favorite card in the set. But to each their own. Let me know what you think of the set, what you think of Journey Together, and if you're looking forward to it, or if you're looking forward to the next set. Destined Rivals is the next set afterwards, and I think that's going to be a crazy set. Scarlet and Violet era as a whole is just I think it's the best era to come out. There's so much you get in all these sets, so much they've added. They've done a really good job at kind of navigating and changing what cards we're getting now, and what like the full arts, the illustration rares, and everything. So it's hard to beat this era. I think it's a good set, a good era, and no matter what we get, I think it's fun. It's fun to open.